Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Master. There is another way of looking at it. We do not see the sky rightly. It looks as if the sky were touching the ground at the horizon. How can a man see correctly? His mind is delirious, like the mind of a typhoid patient. The Master sang in his sweet voice, "What a delirious fever is this that I suffer from? O Mother, thy grace is my only cure." Continuing, the Master said, "Truly, it is a state of delirium. Just see how worldly men quarrel among themselves. No one knows what they quarrel about. Oh, how they quarrel! May such and such thing befall on you. How much of shouting, how much of abuse. What that stands in the path of man's realizing God? Sri Ramakrishna wanted that to be removed from our nature and from our contacts. Anything that, whether it is my nature that is obstructing my way to God, to eternal freedom, to eternal bliss, that has to be eliminated. Maybe my wrong understanding, maybe the samskaras I have acquired, maybe the company in which I live, whatever be that, if it is not convenient, not conducive to my spiritual attainments, it is not only wasting our life, but getting entangled in deeper worldly things. So Master is telling, just before that, M is telling, it seems that the whole life is a long sleep. This much I understand, that we are not seeing things rightly. We perceive the world with a mind by which we cannot comprehend even the nature of sky. Our mind is so much limited, we have not been able to understand what is the sky, nature of sky, because that is the first manifestation of the universe. After space comes all other things. There is a place for all other things to dwell. The first is the universe appears with first Akasha, space, Akasha, Vayu, Vayu, Agni, one by one follow, evolutes come out. Akasha is that itself, the first manifestation of the absolute to the relative thing. That also we have not been able to. Our mind is such a thing that comes later, after after the creation begins, Akasha, Akashad, Vayu and all these, Vayu, Agni, Agni, Prithvi, all the five tattvas emerge out. They each have sattva, rajatama. The sattva of all becomes the cognitive principle, rajas becomes the movement and drives, and tamas become being like matter and clinging to matter. So this is the whole Akasha. It begins from Akasha, the five elements, and the whole world is prapancha, manifestation of the M is contended with that meaning that even sky we cannot comprehend. How can our perceptions be correct? We can't know anything, small things, absolute neutrality, absolute equality, absolute unstainability of the sky. How is it? What is it? Can we see that anywhere else? Can we create anything or know a thing in the universe except space, Akasha? Anything is there which is absolutely stainless? No, we don't find. Fire cannot burn. Always remember this. Colors, any color thrown into space cannot stain it. Nothing can stain it, you see. So that we have not been able to understand. Our Master is telling there is another way of looking at it. We do not see the sky rightly. It looks as if sky were touching the ground at the horizon. How can a man see correctly? The sky is as if it is coming down and touching the earth in its borders, as if it looks. We can see anywhere the sky is ending with the earth beginning there. So Sri Ramakrishna says we can't see, we don't see, and we can never know what this world is. Master sang in his sweet voice, "What a delirious fever is this that I suffer from. O Mother, thy grace is the only cure." I am talking something which I don't know. I am engaged in the word, I don't know who is driving. What is the motivating power behind? What is making me seek something in this world? Who is making me? From where did I come? Who brought me here into this universe? Why? What for? All these questions raised but has no answers. That is, we have to begin our spiritual life to know these things. Continue, the Master said, truly it is a state of delirium. That is, talking, acting and feeling in a way that is not conventional and also which doesn't help us, our evolution. It is not standing on the reality. Truly, it is state of delirium. Just see how worldly men quarrel among themselves. The quarrels. No one knows what they quarrel about. What is the cause? What is the purpose? What is going to be the end? Oh, how they quarrel. May such and such a thing befall you. Means, may you lose your leg, may you lose your eyes, may you become blind, like these curses. How much of shouting, how much of abuse. Yeah, I said to Kishori, the box is empty, there is nothing inside, but two men pull it from either side thinking the box contains money. Well, the body alone is the cause of all this mischief. Is not? The jnanis see all this and say to themselves, what a relief one feels when this pillowcase of body drops off. Sri Ramakrishna is highlighting. M is telling to Sri Ramakrishna, I say to Kishori, this box is empty. The bodily existence, it is an empty box. Medically we may see so many things, functions, this, that, parts, organs and all filled with. But it's regarding existence, nothing exists. Just like our television of the modern times. See, every moment it is showing something, but nothing is there. It is an empty box, making lot of sound and showing so many colors. It is an empty box. But how much people are charmed with it and love it and sit in front of it hours after hours. So that is the Maya. It is a pillowcase of the body drops off. The master and M went towards Kali temple. Master, you see throughout talking about divine and spirituality, about God and God realizations, about the obstructions and the ways to transcend. Master, why should you say such things? This world may be a framework of illusion, but it is also said that it is a mansion of mirth, excessive joy. Let the body remain. One can also turn this world into mansion of mirth. What we seek, we get. Like as is our feelings, so is our gain. So here the feeling is given an important thing. How do you feel? What do you feel? Now you see many parents are strict and unwilling to speak to their children because children have lost their life, lost their path, and as college students, they are not dedicated to their life, the identity they have lost, that I am student. During student life, they want to enjoy. Enjoyment time comes immediately after studentship, but they are impatient. They want to enjoy this very moment. So, this may be world of frame of illusion, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, but it's also it's a mansion of mirth. Now, this delusion of getting enjoyments in the world is there, but real treasure is within. Same, he is focusing his mind on this world to get something, some joy, some freedom, some objects of enjoyment, some joy, free from all sufferings. He wants that, but he is focusing his whole attention on the external world where they are not there. He has to turn the torch inward. What all he is seeking is within him. So turn the torch inward, it's within you. The moment you turn the torch inward, in search of the reality, it becomes the whole world becomes a world of mirth, joy and peace. Otherwise, it's a painful thing. The turning inward is leading to joy and freedom. Turning outward, it is the same thing. Who is turning outward is bondage and suffering. let the body remain. One can also turn this world into mansion of mirth. If you accept that world is a place of joy, emitting and accepting and experiencing it. But where is unbroken bliss in this world? Let the body remain. One can also turn this world into mansion of mirth. I am in this world. The world is bondage and suffering. But for me, if I change myself and I change my attitude towards this world, the same world becomes a mansion of mirth. It is like lock and key. Turn one side is locking, other side if you turn, it is unlocking. So like that is this world. Both it is one way if you go in the same life with the same things, it is binding. Other way if you go, it is releasing. One way if you go, it is giving joy eternal. The other way you go, the bondage eternal, suffering eternal. So where are you? How is your attitude? How is your relation with the things around? The master sat on the lower floor in the shrine room. Master, yes, where is it? My conversation is going on the inner world of peace, beauty, love, and a place where the suffering can never enter, bondage can never enter. It has no place there. Just like I cannot take anything of this world in my dream, to my dream world. Similarly, in the world of spirit, nothing of this world, whether it is joys or sorrows of life, or the possessions, or the relationship I can carry to that world. Master, yes, where is it? Ramakrishna stood in front of they were going to the Kali temple. He stood in front of the shrine and prostrated himself before the Divine Mother. Yam followed him. Then the master sat on the lower floor in front of the shrine room. Master sat on the lower floor in front of the shrine, facing the blissful image, leaned against a pillar in the Nat Mandir. He wore a red bordered cloth, part of which was on his shoulders and back. Yam sat by his side. Yam, since there is no unbroken happiness in this world, Akhanda Ananda, why should one assume a body at all? I know that body is meant only to reap the results of the past actions, but who knows what sort of action it is performing now? The unfortunate part is that we are being crushed. Master, if a pea falls into filth, it grows into a pea plant nonetheless. But still there are 8 bonds. Now the thing, you see, the M is telling, where is the unbroken happiness? Why should we assume a body at all? We are not assuming a body or possessing a body out of our will. We are brought here by nature because of our pending past karmas, and they lead us, bind us, lead us along the inner, according to the inner software we have created, lives after lives. So they are dragging us, leading us. We are driven. We did not come out of our option. We did not come out of our own strength or our own desire. The past thing is making me come here and join and work. This is the world of karma. And Sri Ramakrishna is reminding of the 8 fetters. They are not 8 bonds. If a pea falls into filth, it grows into pea plant, nonetheless, yam. But still, there are 8 bonds. Master, they are not 8 bonds, they are 8 fetters. But what if they are? These fetters fall off in a moment by grace of God. Fetters and bond. Bond is I am bound. Bond is I cannot release a thing which I have not bound. That something has bound me, what has bound me alone has to release it. Bondage. Fetter is I have bound myself with some fetters and I can release them, I can get released from them at any moment. A little efforts I may have to put. So fetters is somehow or other you can get rid of. It may take time, it may take lot of energy, it may demand for more efforts. But with all that, you will be able to cross over all this freely. Bonds and fetters. Fetters is what we bind ourselves. Now, lajja, grana, bhai, all this fear, anxiety, desire for enjoyments, all these are inner drives. They are fetters. And birth and death, I cannot avoid. Old age, all these are inevitable. I don't have control over them. They are called bonds. Bonds are removed by the divine authority which has made me bound. And fetters are just a little Guru's kripa and my active participation, efforts to come out of them. These two combined will give me the result of timing myself, entering myself consciously into the field of God, divine. Do you know what is it like? Suppose a room has been kept dark 1,000 years. The moment a man brings a light into it, the darkness vanishes. A dark place, long, years of years, decades of decades, centuries of centuries, it was in darkness. 1,000 of years. The moment a man brings a light unto it, the darkness vanishes. Not little by little. When I bring the torch inside or put light inside, the darkness was there for 1,000 years. It will not slowly take another 1,000 years to disappear. It takes long time. The bringing light to darkness may take long time, but the moment you bring the light, it disappears. Light disappears, darkness disappears. Have not you seen a magician's feared? He takes a string with many knots and ties one end to something, keeping the other in his hand. Then he shakes the string once or twice, and immediately all the knots become undone. But another man cannot untie the knots, however he may try. All these knots of ignorance come undone in the twinkling of an eye through the grace of Guru. When we see a magician, he brings a rope in front of you, empty rope, nothing is there. No knots, nothing, plain rope. He goes on in front of you putting in knots. And knots he is putting in front of you in a particular way. And you'll be seeing. Then he gives it to you. Open it, pull it and remove this. If a person tries to remove, it doesn't get removed. Then he takes that rope, ties to a window's rod or something, then shakes and pulls. All knots have gone. We do the same thing, what he has done, it doesn't get released. It is magicians like that. The knots of ignorance, knots of bondages, icha, grana, all these things will disappear in a moment by grace of God. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.